Hey, this is Luke, and today we're going to talk about the RambleRack. The RambleRack is our burly bike rack designed to meet the demands of modern bikes and the modern capability of your vehicle. Historically, there was three main ways to hold your bike on a bike rack. One is you can hold it up by the tires like this, but the problem with that is it's entirely reliant on the tire pressure. So on a road trip, if you're changing elevation and temperature, if your bike tires lose any air, your bike is now not safe. So you can get away from that style and you can go with pulling into the fork. The problem with that is you get fork rub. So your really nice fork is now getting rubbed and scuffed, which no one wants. And then there's a tray that kind of matches that angle of the fork arm, but that creates an issue of tacoing a wheel. The third way you could do it is you could hold by the frame, but then you run the risk of frame damage. So really none of those are fully solving the problem of keeping your bike safe. So for us, it was looking for a way to rethink how to hold a bike. And with years of testing, lots of trial and error, what we developed was our VertLock geometry. And this patent-pending geometry allows the arm to compress straight down through the center of the wheel with a symmetrical wheel tray. And because it's pinned in position, even if your tires were to go completely flat, that wheel cannot exit the bike rack. So it's locked in place, it's safe, and no matter how hard you're out rambling and how flat your tire is, your bike is safe. So starting with the head of the RambleRack, everything on the RambleRack is designed to be fully serviceable and rebuildable for a lifetime of use. The RambleRack can accommodate anything from a 20-inch to a 29-inch diameter wheel and up to 5-inch wide tire. RambleRack can accommodate a wheelbase of up to 52 inches, which is also the length of Aragorn's sword. If you know, you know. The pivot of the RambleRack uses an oil light bushing, which is self-lubricating and ensures that this rack is gonna have enough friction to not be flopping around, but also be rock solid when you load it up with a heavy bike up to 150 pounds. And the pivot is also adjustable. So simply by loosening or tightening the bolt, it has built-in bump stops. It's not gonna fall out of place, but you can fine-tune it for your needs. The front wheel tray of the RambleRack has bumpers to protect your vehicle if it's on a swing out, so it doesn't contact your bedside or your van and cause any damage. So let's talk about how we're holding the rear wheel. A lot of racks out there you'll see are using a hard, brittle plastic ski buckle style strap. In contrast, we're using a soft rubber strap that essentially suctions to the rim. So even when you introduce additional sand and mud, that strap is moving with the rim, creating no scuffing, no marring of your rims, instead of essentially sawing at your rim like you'll see with the plastic ski buckle style. Clamping the RambleRack to your selected attachment point, you have maximum adjustability, whether that be for offsetting to make sure there's no contact between two bikes, or if you need to offset on a swing out to make sure you have full clearance for your application. The base tube and vertical arm of the RambleRack are stainless steel and also have a 4-stage coating process to ensure this rack's ready to ramble no matter where you live and for how long you're using it. To keep the RambleRack wobble-free, we use a solid CNC'd wedge system as well as a Nordlock washer set. Even in the event of extreme vibrations and dynamic loads, this rack is not wobbling or coming loose until you want it to. Our lever lock allows the lever to not open, so you can't decompress the lever and pull the front wheel out. In addition, we have a solid steel anchor point to run a thick cable or chain through your frame and or wheels and truly keep your bike safe from theft. With these two methods, you can't remove the front wheel from the rack and you can't remove the frame from the rack. So your bike is safe. To keep the rack safe from theft, we use a locking hitch pin which can also be key-to-like to match the lever lock and have a whole ecosystem of locks all using one key. And we have a range of attachment points for mounting the RambleRack. We have our long stinger, which is used on the Ultra Swing, a short stinger that's used on our Ramble Swing, or in many standalone applications. We also have a 2-bike pivoting option and a channel mount if you want to mount a RambleRack essentially in place of where a spare tire would be on an Ultra Swing. And the RambleRack is expandable in some configurations up to 3 bikes. The RambleRack can accommodate 150 pounds per tray. So whether you've got a gravel bike, analog mountain bike, e-mountain bike, or one of these crazy things, it's got you covered. RambleRack exists to inspire confidence that your bikes are safe and secure no matter where you choose to ramble. And like everything we make, it's backed with our Ramble for Life warranty. Until next time, we'll see you on the trails.